guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Lillian coming with another video. Happy 2025, new year, new me, new you. Happy 2025. I am wishing you guys happiness, prosperity, good health, good wealth, right? Clarity in the new year, okay? And so with that, I'm going to share some of my goals for 2025. Maybe that will inspire you to set goals for your 2025. Go ahead and set those intentions. I'm not gonna lie to you. I start planning for the next year in October around my birthday, okay? Around my birthday, we get a little irritated, okay? And we start looking and taking inventory, right? So we start having our goals and everything together by December, right? So that we can go ahead and get started in January. January, we need to get started, okay? Whatever we were supposed to be doing, we do that in January. So we already know what we're gonna do 3 months prior to the year even starting, okay? Just want to let you know. I wanted to share with you some of my guiding principles before we even get into our goals, because I feel like everything kind of just flows together. All right, so some guiding principles that I use to get me to my goal are going to do what we say that we're going to do. When I put it on wax, when I put it on paper, when I put it in some type of documentation, I always follow through on the things that I say that I'm going to do. And something that helped me last year was saying specifically that I wanted to be better than last year. And I took it to mean like, hey, I want to lose weight. But the fact that I made a video talking about my health journey and different things like that, we put it on wax. We put it on wax. And one thing about it, two things for sure, my word is not going to return void, okay? I'm not gonna come back fatter than I was when I said that I was gonna lose the weight. I'm going to make sure that I am following through on the expectation, because one thing about it, you're not gonna call me a liar. You're not gonna call me a liar. So we're gonna get it done. And so something that I found out about myself is that sometimes when I'm dealing with myself, I don't set the expectation or say what I want clearly. Like, I'm not being clear. I'm not being effective in my communication to say that this is specifically what I want. I kind of just leave it in the air. And when you leave things in the air, then you get whatever falls out the sky. And we need to make sure that we are being clear with the things that we want and what we want to bring into our lives. It's important that we show up. It's important that we clock in. It's important that we set the intention, and now that we set the intention, we know exactly, because I'm the type of person, like, if I say that I want to do something, I can figure out everything that is required to do said thing. It does not matter what it is. Sometimes I feel like I prioritize other people over myself, thinking that it's better to help others with their thing than it is to help myself with my own thing. That's how we've been spending our time. So this is the year of self-prioritization, and as I am helping myself and showing up for myself and clocking in for myself, it will unconsciously help somebody else do the same thing for themselves. Like, that is the intention that I'm setting for the year. So another thing that we're going to be using to guide is making sure that we are following GPS. The GPS said you're supposed to get off at this exit. If you're getting off at this exit, don't keep going. Do what you're supposed to be doing so that you get where you're trying to get quicker. Next thing, we have to have systems and routine. Because if you watch my other video, you need to go watch the other video. I know it's long, but go watch it, okay? We're having an issue with being a prisoner of our own making. The bad feedback loops. Programming that, believing that you're a failure, but you're not a failure if you're setting unrealistic expectations. Two different things. If you say that you want to go to the moon, right, but you don't know an astrophysicist, you don't have a hookup at NASA, then I don't think you might be going to the moon. So it's not about failing at going to the moon. It's about not being in alignment, right? Not being in alignment with going to the moon. You have to put those systems and put those different procedures in place. And so for me, a major system that we need is the balance between rest and action. And when we talk about action, we need to make sure whatever it is, it's mindful action. Sometimes I just be doing busy work, doing stuff for other people, and I'm not actually doing anything. Like, you running in place, not making progress. Also be doing mindful rest. And so we're just not laying around, but we need to actually be making the time to hear and get into alignment, figuring out what exactly we're supposed to be doing in that particular moment. And something that I fall victim to is doom scrolling when I'm supposed to be like meditating and different things like that. Girl, we're doom scrolling. And the problem with that is either you a consumer or you a producer, and it's either one of the two. You're gonna be on something, then you have to be on something, and you have to make those action steps to do that. But in order for you to find out what would be more successful for you, you have to first meditate and get into your star player and figure out, well, what exactly am I supposed to be doing in the first place? I have to be in that flow, in that cycle of there's action, and then there's relaxation, and then there's action, and then there's relaxation, because I get irritated, I get overworked because we're doing things that we're not supposed to be doing. We're burning the candle at both ends when there's a more effective way to go about the things that I want to do. And those are some guiding principles that helped me through last year. We're going to carry that into this year when we make our goal. Now, I'm not going to lie, my goal for this year, the intention that I am setting is that I am going to be a full-time content creator by the end of this year. That is what I want to do. I was going to say that I wanted to reach 100,000 subscribers, but the issue with saying that I want to reach 100,000 subscribers is that that puts the accountability on somebody else, because you would have to depend on other people to subscribe to your channel, when in actuality I should be focusing on what can I do to increase the likelihood of being seen, right? So that I can achieve those subscribers, because the people can't subscribe if they never see you, right? So we have to put the accountability back on self. Like I said, I want to have 100,000 subscribers. Well, what do you need to do to get to 100,000 subscribers? What do you have to be? What kind of habits do you have to reach the goal? Like when you start asking the correct question, right, then you get the correct answer. So we need habits. Like, what am I doing when I have free time? If we can't record, or we were recording, how can we create spaces and opportunities to record and create the content and edit the content and put out content that is natural to myself, right? Not having to invent the wheel. The wheel is already there. The gift is already there. All you got to do is press the record button, and boom, now you have a video, right? And the right people will resonate, and the right people will find it. It will help somebody, because that is what it's supposed to do. And that is what I call being in divine alignment, right? And so that is my main goal for 2025. If you want to know how we came to everything and why everything is the way, that's the only goal. We only doing one goal. We only have one, just one goal for the year. That is all I have energy for. I feel like last year was a year of clarity. People ask me, you know, how did I lose my weight and what happened with that? And girl, yes. Amen. The weight came off of there, right? Let me tell you the story. Okay, so we were doing protein sparing modified fasting, right? But I don't know, somewhere along the way I was getting tired of working out all the time, and then, you know what I mean, I was seeing results though. We were seeing results, so it wasn't like we wasn't seeing results, but something happened. I think work started getting on my nerves. And see, when things in my external environment start irritating me, we have to go into the cave, right? And so that's what I have to get clarity, okay? I need more clarity. I had some clarity, but now we need more clarity. And so we do water fasting. I do water fasting. When I'm at work, I do juice fasting, okay? And so those are some very, like, we have to, every time something happens, oh, it's time to go do a fast, we need to figure out what's going on. We need to get in tune. We have to get into deep meditation state. And so when I do deep meditation state, we are, like I said, fasting, but we're also, there is no processed food, there is no social media, there is nothing that would take me out of, I need these answers. Because when you're distracted, you can't get your answer. And I need to get to the solution quick, fast, and in a hurry, okay? And so, girl, I did a juice fast. I was juicing my own stuff, right? And I don't know, I feel like was pooping parasites. I know that's TMI. I'm sorry if it, you know, my bad, TMI. But that's what happened. And so it fixed my digestive system. I saw that my skin was starting to change. My skin is already pretty good, but like I had some scars and different things around on my body, and I saw that they were healing. So inflammation was healing from the inside out, right? From the inside out, because I was having a problem and we need to get a quick solution to our problem. We gotta so the weight loss was a byproduct of something else, okay? Because right now I think the smallest pair of jeans that I have are size 8, okay, and they are kind of loose on me. They still fit because we got the hips and the thighs, but in my waist they are you know, they're not fitting. And so that lets me know we're probably going to be a size 6, but I'm going to continue with my path. I'm not going to say or put a number on what I'm trying to do, because some mindset shifts as far as weight loss goes really quickly is that it's not about like, I'm not going to say it's not about how I look, but we need to enjoy our lives no matter what we look like. We need to have that level of self-love no matter how we look like. Like, we need to accept it. Like, trying to look like somebody else, that's not, you know, because if you believe in abundance, then you believe in there's a variety of different body types and different things of that nature. So, you know, it's okay to have the hips and the thighs, because that's what he gave you. He gave you the hips and the thighs, right? Because he wants you to have them. But at the same time, we do have to take care of ourselves, and we do have to, you know, make sure that if we want to live long enough, we have to be intentional with the food that we're eating. So, you know, an issue that I had with eating and different things is that, like, I'm a stress eater. That's something that we're delivering ourselves from. And so when I'm around people and I don't like the energy, or just, I don't know, like I just get the urge to eat something, right? Because that is like a coping mechanism for me. So when I'm stressed out or anything like that, I just get the urge to chew on something. I'm not even really hungry like that for real, but I am eating things because I don't know. And so I'm like, I started thinking, I'm in deep meditation, right? And so the thought came, how come other people are not eating when I come in a room? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I get the urge to eat every time they're coming to see me? And that's probably because when they come to see me, they're eating my energy. And because they're eating my energy, I can sense that, right? And so I need to eat something to replace the energy that they took. And so that was an aha moment for me. And so now nobody's eating. Nobody's eating. I'm doing my water fast and they are leaving me alone. Very simple. I noticed that when I'm doing my water fast, they want me to eat. No, I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry. I have juice fast. When I'm doing my juice fast, and I feel like the juice fast helped out because I'm eating those green juices, green nutrients and different things to just replenish, right? To regenerate myself, right? And I notice when I'm doing my juice, like, because when the water is good, water will clean you out as well, and you will get your clarity. But I feel like sometimes the juice, you need the juice, not sugar, but just like green, healthy whatevers, get that in that system, and it helps to just block that out. Because we got the lemon in there, they're just blocking it. Just keep that energy over there. I know it sounds weird, but I have to share it with you because let me tell you, we're good. We are good. And like I said, intestinal parasites. So another thing, when you are eating different foods or whatever, and I love sushi, and I think that is where the intestinal parasites come from, but I have had that in the past, and I did a cleanse when I was in college, and I got really skinny really quickly, because when you have things in your intestines or whatever, those things can make you crave the bad things, because that is how they eat. And they don't want you to have the vegetable, because the vegetable means the detriment of them. They not gonna be here long. You see what I'm saying? They leave. And so they want you to have the bad things so that they can stay alive, right? And so all of that, as within, so without. They want you to have the bad thing so that you can continue, right? So that you can continue to feed them. And I'm not doing that. We're having what we're supposed to have. And now I don't have those cravings, okay? And I already know that like when I'm craving chocolate, I need magnesium, right? You can look this up, like around your period, if you're, you know, you have your cycle, and when I want chocolate, I need magnesium. When I want, like, I have the taste for a burger that's red meat, I need my iron. You see what I'm saying? So when I want something salty, like I want McDonald's fries, I literally want salt, right? So being able to hear those messages within myself to know, well, what does these cravings mean exactly, and how can I fix that within myself. I was gonna say that I wanted to lose X amount of pounds, you know what I mean? I wanted to say X amount of pounds, but I don't really have a number in mind, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have a number in mind. I'm not gonna say that to where, you know, it's okay to be obese, or it's okay. I know that's not politically correct and everything like that, but we have to take care of our bodies while we are in the physical. As much as I am a spiritual person, right, and I be in the clouds all the time, we are having a human experience. We are having a human experience, and part of being human is being healthy. So you have to take care of your body. You have to eat the foods that bring life instead of taking it away, right? And especially like having family members who have passed on, they died from those diseases, the heart, the blood pressure and the heart disease, and diabetes and different things like that. So if you know that you are sensitive to that based on family lineage, then you have a responsibility to make sure that you don't fall victim to the same things that they passed. You must make a different choice, or you risk being exactly like that. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you do have to be able to balance loving yourself in the body in which you are made. Especially surgery is good, you can go and get on the, you know what I mean, but at what point does it become, I'm not gonna lie, I had a boob job, and so it's like you get a boob job and then you feel like something else is wrong, and you get something else, and then you get something else, and then you get something else, and then after that it's never enough, because you never develop that level of self-love and self-awareness. And also, whose vision are you looking? Look, I told you about the prescription. Whose prescription are you using? Are you using your own prescription, or are you using somebody else's prescription to see? And if you are, then that is something that, like, that's something that a doctor can fix. You know what I mean? They can't fix that. And so I'm super proud of myself. I wanted to share that with y'all. We're clocking in for 2025. So I'm gonna share some footage, because I did go see the fireworks. I wanna share that with y'all, but without further ado, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to the video, and I will see you in the next one. So many people here.